so wonderful to finally meet you, Yasmin, here in Dubai with us. Welcome to Dubai. And
thank you so much. It's wonderful to be back. I love Dubai.
Great, and welcome to our show, Z.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So I'm going to take you back in your journey. Of course, we've been following you so much, especially on Instagram, training all the Bollywood beauties. But we'll take you back in your journey. We want to know how and when did it all start for you? How did you foray into the world of fitness?
It was so long back, literally more than 3 decades back. I'd just finished college. I was going to the US for a summer camp, and my instructor who I used to train with then, like do aerobics with, she was like, since you're going to the US, why don't you do a fitness training course? And I was like, yeah, okay, because I used to teach some of her classes without having done any formal training, because I was just in her classes and I kind of learned the routines. And I said, well, how difficult can a fitness course be if I couldn't do anything and I managed to teach her class? So when I went to the US, I signed up for the ACE certification in group fitness instruction. And I think it was the toughest thing I ever did. I mean, I had to know science, I had to know muscles, and when the instructor who was training me asked me, what's your background? And I said, arts, and I had studied economics. She was like, how are you even going to manage this? Because you need to know science. And I was like, oh, I'll do it. It was so tough, and I hated studying back then. I just hated it. I anyway got through the course. I didn't pass it the first time. I had to go back and like redo it to pass it, because the passing percentage was over 75.
Wow.
And yeah, so it was really tough. I came back to India. I started teaching step aerobic classes, started with like 6 steps, and then I was doing a class of 25 people in step aerobics, and it became very popular because at that time nobody in India was really formally certified.
Yeah.
Everyone used to just copy Jane Fonda and do the dance aerobics.
And you were the first body and art science certified instructor.
No, that was Pilates.
Okay.
That was way later. This was ACE, American Council on Exercise.
Okay. And then that's when Pilates came about, and back then it was very new.
I was the first person, I was the pioneer of Pilates in India. Yeah, so from there to now, when I do teachers training, and there are so many Pilates studios and instructors in the country in the last 15 years, it's amazing.
So did it take you, was it a challenge, like convincing people that Pilates is good for them, it can really make a difference?
So, you know, I take the approach of feel. So if anyone asks me why Pilates, what is Pilates, all I would say is come try a session. And it's on the house, and then decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
So the best way to make someone realize what Pilates does for them is to make them do a session.
Do a session, yeah. And I'm sure everyone who's tried it has really felt it.
They love it. Yeah, they love it. And of course, having trained the celebrities is also a bonus, because when they speak about it, people like listen.
Yeah, of course, they're a great influence.
Right.
And you train a lot of Bollywood beauties, as I was saying, and we keep following and seeing videos on social media as well. Tell me, how challenging is it to make sure that they stay fit despite their hectic schedules?
It's not challenging for me, it's challenging for them. Because they work sometimes 12 to 14-hour days and still make time for fitness. And the thing about fitness is, what people need to realize is, every day doesn't need to be hard.
Yeah.
You know, so on a day when you've had a long day, you're tired, your instructor should be able to modify the workout to still make you feel good after the workout. And I think I've learned the knack of doing that. So I know that when my clients are not feeling up to it, when they're tired, they've had an exhausting day, or they're going to start a day at 5 a.m. I know exactly the kind of workout to make them feel good, and that's the reason they stick on with me.
And what do you recommend people to eat before they do a workout?
The easiest thing to eat before a workout is a fruit and some nuts. Okay, but if they are coming in for a later workout, then eat a breakfast which has protein, fiber, carbs, you know, a good combination of that, about an hour, hour and a half before your workout.
Okay. What is a myth about working out?
That you have to work out for an hour, otherwise it's not effective.
So how long should they work?
A workout can be 10 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah, if you want to be fit, 10 minutes is more than enough, and that's the book I've just written, and it's coming out next month, which is called The Perfect 10. They're 10-minute workouts that you can do anywhere.
Wonderful. Tell me, Yasmin, you've been coming to Dubai so often. What do you think about people of Dubai, or people of the UAE rather? How do they take fitness, and how dedicated are they?
They're super dedicated. I love the community that Shazia, my niece, who owns the pad, has created, and the kind of ambience and the kind of welcome I get every time I come. It's just amazing. I love it.
Great. So finally, before you teach me a few workouts, a few exercises, because you had me at ageless, Pilates helps you to age backwards maybe. So I'm going to try that out with you. But before that, let's give our audience of the UAE a few tips on staying healthy.
So I have 5 very simple rules that I follow. One is movement. If you read my book, I have a chapter called Fingers versus Bodies, and how earlier our bodies used to do the work, and now it's just our fingers. So the fingers have overpowered the body, and that's why people like me who run fitness studios make money, because now you have to spend money to go work out with others.
Right.
So I think movement is really important. Hydration is the second thing that I think is really important, because we tend to stop drinking water. We wait till we are thirsty to drink water, and thirst is an indicator that your body is already dehydrating.
Yeah.
I feel my third point is muscle strength training, because as we age, we lose bone density. And the thing that can protect us from losing bone density is our muscles. So it's really important to do some form of strength training. Doesn't mean you need to go to the gym. You can do body weight training, which is also strength training to, build your muscle. The next thing I like to tell people is nutrition. Eat smart. We all, are smart, but we make such poor food choices.
Yeah.
We all know sugar's bad for us. We all know fried food is bad for us. Excess oil is bad for us. So it's just making sure that you eat the right nutrition. Every meal needs to have a little bit of protein, fiber, good carbs, and good fat.
Correct.
And that's good nutrition. And the fifth and most important part is your attitude.
Right.
I just feel like what we spoke about earlier. I'll start working out on Monday. I'll wait for a New Year's resolution to start working out. Why do we always see the glass half empty?
Sure.
Why don't we see the glass half full? Because the moment we see the glass half full, we'll start making better choices.
Absolutely. And I think these are some really, really wonderful tips. Great. It's been lovely talking to you, Yasmin. Thank you so much for being with us on the show.
Thank you for having me on the show. It was wonderful.
And now let's see you make me work out.
Come on.